Hello, Silent Speaks More Kelly Adams, welcoming you to our second Training Tips audio. Today I'd like to discuss foals, foal handling. Now, here at our place, we like to be there as our foals are born. A very special time for us. You've got 11 months of watching the mares and picking out the stallion and the mare combination you want to breed to. So to us, you get to see the outcome of a year's work. But when you sit and you watch the mare and the mare have the baby, and how the mare and the baby react to each other in the first hour or so, oftentimes it's just the most precious time you'll ever see of any other time in the horse business. When you watch the mare first stand after giving birth, and how she nurtures the baby, and how she caresses it, where she caresses the baby, in what order she seems to travel over the foal's body. Okay, this is where we learn how to handle a baby. Now, when the baby first stands after it's born, it doesn't really know where to go to get the milk, or really probably doesn't very much see anything. But yet, if you watch how the mare sets herself up and stands in a position to where she moves herself into the foal, not in there's no aggressive manner to it, but she positions her body in such a way that the foal instantly kind of follows that scent of the bag back to the nipples. Now, if you notice how a foal first starts to nurse, the one eye is covered by the mare's belly. The ears are pushed back, and they have to go up underneath to get to the nipples. Okay, so when you're handling your babies, when we first start handling our babies, we try and rub their eyes and their ears, which is a natural thing that they do as they're nursing. One eye will always be covered, the ear is back some, and so that's a comforting situation. There's an awful amount of trust there when the foal has got the one eye shoved up tight to the mare's belly and the ears are back. So we always try and tell people to caress a horse's eyes and ears. That's a natural instinct and a natural way that they feel comfortable. Somewhere along the line, people seem to forget that touching a horse's face and his eyes and his ears and covering him is actually a relaxing sensation to a horse. Now, within the first day or two, we always get a halter on our babies, okay? So as we approach the baby, of course, they already know us, because as we sit with our babies and our mares, just to let them settle down and get used to us. Babies are a very inquisitive thing. They always come over and want to kind of nudge you and see what you are. They kind of want to chew on your hat or on your coat or your hands, whatever they can kind of get their mouth around. They're going to see if it's edible or drinkable. Okay, so basically you just want to sit still and let them explore you. Most people don't have a tendency of letting a baby explore them before they want to get their hands all over a baby. It's easier for them to come to you in their own time, in their own comfort zone, and get used to your smell. If their face is close to you, just blow gently into their nose or at their nose so they can smell you. Let them get close to your hands. Let them get close to your face. Now, when we start to put halters on, we don't really grab hold of our horses real hard. We just try and get our hands and arms around them so they have room to move around, but yet not room enough to escape, just so they bump into your arms, and then they'll go forward into your other arm and back and side, and then pretty soon they just kind of get relaxed, that you're not trying to grab a hold of them and hold them in a firm manner, which would be a threatening sensation to them. Okay, now foals are actually born with a fully developed brain, they say. Now that is like an empty slate. You can add anything you want. So the calmer you are, the more patient you are, the more relaxed that horse's brain absorbs that sensation of being with you and around you, and the less fear you provoke in that memory bank. It'll become your horse's foundation. Okay, so as you put the halter on the first time, we just like to leave the halter on them for 5 minutes, sometimes 10, and they just shake it around. Our nose bands are never very tight. In fact, the halter should be fairly loose, and they just get that sensation of shaking it around that it can't come off. And then the next day we'll start to add a little bit of pressure from side to side, just to see if they'll bend their neck left and right to us. And then maybe just a little forward pull, just to get them that sensation that, there can be a little pressure. And then by the third day, we always have a lead rope on them, and then we try and get them to move a little bit farther, a little bit more left, a little bit more right, and maybe 1 or 2 steps forward. Now, oftentimes with the mare, if you've spent enough time, they won't get too protective, but they are always, that's their baby, and somebody's playing with them. Oftentimes, don't try and make a big issue of holding the mare away. Let them kind of move around you if you can. If not, have somebody to take hold of the mare and just comfort her also. But always let her watch what you're doing with the baby. Now, by the 4th day, we're actually trying to lead them around, and then we'll take and lead the mare out of the stall or pen, whichever you have, and then try and lead the baby as following the mare. So basically the mare's in the lead, and you're just kind of the middleman trying to bring the baby up. Their baby's instinct is to follow the mare, so you kind of use that in your favor. Now, once they get a little more sure of what you're doing, you can lead the baby away from the mare some, but not too far, and just let them be comfortable. Always remember, patience is what you need to learn the most. You don't want to get into a pulling or dragging contest with babies. One, it just scares them. Two, it's like trying to drag an anvil across your front yard. But always just left and right pull, never a straight pull on a baby, because that takes their balance away from them. If you're pulling straight, they can brace all 4 legs. But also go back and remember what we said earlier about pet their face, cover their eye, blow in their nose, play with their ears. Just try and get them as much relaxed as you possibly can as you're doing any of this handling with them first. Now, there's probably never been a greater joy that I've ever had than handling babies, day-olds and 2 days old. And by the time they get about 2 weeks old and you've been handling them real steady, it's just the most amazing thing to have one follow you along like a puppy on a string and have complete faith in you like it does its mother, that it knows that as long as it's with you and around you, it's not going to be hurt. Okay? So now it's hard to explain on an audio really how to handle babies. But Heidi, my wife, and I have put together video packages of full handling. There's 6 videos. And then weanling handling, which is after we've handled or weaned our babies, how we handle them by themselves for the first few months. And there's 12 videos in that package. And then a yearling video package. Now, the weanling video package has weanlings that have been brought to us from our clients that were never handled before weaning time. So basically, they weaned them at their farm, brought them over here, and said, "Here you go, Kelly, here's some weanlings. We need them halter broke." Well, halter breaking a foal is probably the worst terminology I think a person can use. Basically, you don't get paid to break anything. You don't want to break your foals. You want to train them to be comfortable with a person, lead easily, be able to pick up their feet, be brushed. There's not much breaking to that. It's just patience, persistence, and a gentle way of handling that brings these horses on and puts a foundation on them that will last again for the rest of their lives. Also, our yearling handling video package is 14 videos. Now, these also have some of our babies that were handled as foals, but also yearlings fresh out of the pasture that were never handled up until the time they were loaded into a horse trailer and brought over here. And the same thing here, Kelly, we never did anything with them. Can you please get them so we can at least lead them around? Okay, so through these video packages, what we've strived to do is show you basically all the different steps from foals that have been handled as day-olds and 2 days old, weanlings that were handled from the time they were born to the day they were weaned and beyond, and at weaning age, which would be 5 to 6 months old, that were never handled, and then also the yearlings, again, the foals that we've handled from the day they were born till the time they're yearlings, and then yearlings that were never handled until they were chased into a horse trailer and brought over here and basically put into stalls, and that was their first real handling by people. So it gives you a broad perspective of the advantages of handling babies, but also that if you don't have the opportunity to handle your foals, that there is an intelligent way to go about handling weanlings and yearlings in a patient, persistent manner where the outcome is the same. So we'll give you information on how to acquire these video packages, but these will make a great reference guide to breeders and for the beginner. Okay, and also a wonderful Christmas present for your young horse enthusiasts or people that are a little older and have just found that they have a situation where they've acquired a horse or choose to acquire a youngster, and how to handle those in a safe, productive manner that makes it both enjoyable for you and the horse involved. I thank you kindly for listening, folks, and I surely hope you enjoy your evening and the day to come. Thank you kindly.